I guess I'll start by taking another look at the Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. That wasn't the murder, though. That wasn't the killing blow. They also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. We think that was that one. The body was covered with old wounds, but these were at least several days old. That could also be how they died. It would just mean that they died ages ago and the body was preserved. But you need a morgue for that, wouldn't you? Because you need to keep the skin fresh and stuff. I don't know. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Kasaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with the Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now. After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay, I'm gonna start with the data? Yeah, I'll start with the data center. Let's go. Hey, I've seen him.
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto! Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But...
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And then it really sucks, so you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Oh, wait, let me take cover first. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Threw my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Whoa! Monokuma, your martini's ready. Would you like it? Yes! Yes, please! Oh my god, I'm gonna watch everything they do! Ah! Oop, 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 oop. There was no explosion, thankfully, but my first expression was...
Huh?
Whoa, this place is totally safe, Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What the hell? There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. What is this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it's kind of like a cockpit, right? If you're me, you'd probably freak out if you saw this. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Is this where the mastermind controls Monokuma? Maybe? That's what I'm wondering. Could that mean... Alright, let's stop poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just push or whatever, something like that. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think I was the one the button said the data center. Took a good look at the control panel and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next to this door. The room we're just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'll probably go check it out. Yeah, please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Okay. I still want to check this. There's some kind of hatch in the floor, but right now I need to check out the data center. Whatever. Just had to have a drink, sorry. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Oh god. Is that Monokuma? I have feet! Hey! Greg, give me all your donuts! What? Is that you, Hina? What? Oh man, busted! How did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup. You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button! What? Don't push it.
Too bad.
Oh man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on and the control panel inside controls Monokuma. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma.
Huh?
Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What? For real? Yeah, but looks like the control panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And the control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words, yeah, what Kirigiri said was right. You can't control Monokuma and look at everything. Because they put it in the wrong place. They should have put it in the data center room. God, stupid architects. Kirika's theory was right, but if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school the whole time. I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, and the only people to take a step inside Hope Peak Academy since the killing began are those 16! Then the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th. I think they explained it better in the fan translation. They explained that the only living people in Hope's-Peak were those 16. But this one, saying the only people who've walked in, it makes it seem like, what if there was someone that was in before the game started, and they just haven't walked out and then walked back in? Technically, it still counts as the only people who've walked in are those 16. So it's very confusing the way they worded that. I prefer the original. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Oh, what's wrong, Makoto? I don't like your face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps? I can't say it is impossible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Okay, then. Let's go. Oh, God. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door's locked! What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you like.
Hey!
Ah, it's your benefit. It's your benefit, because if the room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would be if the school mascot just stopped and stopped moving. In that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So you're right now being controlled by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correct, Amundo!
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, we didn't see anyone. You didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? The hatch. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way, the hatch on the floor? I checked that twice. That was your one big chance. Yeah, fuck you.
Too bad.
Of course, the hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway. Now then, the room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but was he really telling the truth? The Mastermind was hiding in there. In fact, if you think back to when we locked out the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be opening outside anyway, right? So it's your own fault. It's not your fault. Though one of us could have left, the stronger one could have stayed. We could have got everyone in that room, for example. And then someone or 3 people could have walked out, leave the 3 stronger people. So when the hatch does open, someone keeps the hatch up, someone goes in, and then pulls them out. And you realize who it is. Oh my god, it's all water! Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure your body definitely moved in that other ending. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. And I have to do what I can do. That's the only way to move forward. Let's go to the headmaster's room, since that's right nearby. Awesome, it's open. Ooh. Documents everywhere. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it. Oh, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean? Take a look at this. Is that the book that's on the desk right now? Class number 78 student roster. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78? Sorry, my throat is going weird. It contains profiles for all of us and Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently,
words,
clause number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned clause number 78. That must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with ours,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hopespeak. Mukuro Kusaba, the 16th student? That must be how Kyoko learnt it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. First page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
so in other words,
When it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still don't have. What kind of information? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to have been some sort of detailed report, put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entire entity floats close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection. I have a bad feeling about all of this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hopespeak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. The fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of Ultimate Despair? I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were all allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was afraid of. Capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro.
what?
What's wrong, Makoto?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out the other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should note. What? Did you notice the picture in there? Picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen. A girl who seems to be included as part of the class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who that girl is. No further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot inches, 97 pounds, it even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? What is he trying to say? There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's trying to say? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko. It's not that we're getting along, she just does a lot of help. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I call a hunch. A hunch? My hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't as you will. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Okay. I'm assuming that unless it says I should look around more, that once it says leave the room, I don't have to look at anything else. I'm gonna go to the biology lab now, and this also means I can check out the dojo in the garden after. And then we can head to the second dorms. Raw. Oh, this does not look like a biology lab. Well, here I'm in the bio lab. It's so cold. Wait, does bio stand for biology? I think it does. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? There's a stack of tops here. I've been seeing a lot of these things lately. So cold. Why is it cold in there? That's the first thing I need to figure out. There are some kind of weird machines or something built into the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. That's it, I've seen these kind of things in horror movies. This is a morgue! It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab's actually a morgue? Should probably take a closer look around. There's some kind of weird machine or something built in the wall. On the left side there's glowing lights, but on some of the lights are on. And the red lights are off. I wasn't meant to click that. Oh, there's some kind of booklet. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we can also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver on the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can help keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and the alarm will sound. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's a kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each slot, it looks like it's set up so that when slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. But what would it mean? Another one of the victims is... Wait, so there was originally... Can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind. To do that, I have to continue my investigation. Don't have any other choice. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? But... There's only 6 people left. That would mean 15 students. Unless that means that the mastermind isn't one of us. And that the mastermind's actually someone we thought was dead? They faked their own death? But who? Okay, let's go check out the garden. I'm surprised that room doesn't come up again. Like, I'm really surprised. It just comes up, and then there's more about it in the next game. Oh, Turkos, this is where you were.
What do you...
I'm so disgusted. Do you want me to keep out of sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd find a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not as one single clue. I figured that since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something. But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Give it back! Give back my precious time! Calm down, Turko. Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going to go through right now? When everyone finds out, they're going to call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's going to say that. Master will. I'm not sure I could disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down. Why would anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm going to get going. Okay. There's a bunch of wooden lockers here. We found a clue in here, but it was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. Okay, so that's all we had to come in the dojo for. Never mind. The garden. Oh, the body's gone. It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here. Molecule of flower. Is it true? Does it really eat people and stuff? A lot of things related to this case. Well, anyway, I wanted to check out the top. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. I better go check. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then there must be... Could it be in the biolab? The corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. The tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. There are other tarps in the biolab, right? The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clue. Yeah, I thought so. We couldn't get into the biolab, so it couldn't have been anyone. It could only have been the mastermind. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the top. It says biolab, and this originally came from the biolab. Interesting. That's all I need to check here. Cool. And now... I need to head to the dormitories. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor, which means I have to do it. Whoa. Oh boy. This is the second floor of the dorms. Looks like some ancient ruins. Oh no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up. Whoa. This is messed up. Those look like eyes. Like, if you look at them in the right way, they look like eyes. The blues of the eye, the pupils and stuff. That's funny. Whoa. I opened the door just a crack. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Why am I allowed in here then? Why is this the only room I'm allowed to actually enter? Oh, that's funny. There's a giraffe. It's cute. This room is filled with lockers. Must have been from the Hope Speak Academy students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Interesting. So this must be the headmaster's room, right? Oh. The room doesn't feel like a student's room. It has more of an adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kiriko.
Indeed.
I've been looking through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Regret? Kiriko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something I probably shouldn't bother her. Let's check out this computer. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy. They're the worst sort of people whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Nothing to it.
Whew.
But I guess that's the best we could do is complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook you have. Okay. What about anything else? There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the master. What? Yeah. PC still has some search results on it. There's not much there.
In other words...
Okay, it's just the same thing. Kiriko looks almost meek right now. Oh, maybe this? There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or construction defect.
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any gap. I can feel a breeze. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does this mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick?
Indeed.
Very easy trick, so yes, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. Alright, that's not nearly enough to go on. I looked through all these paperwork, all the files in the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into, that's what she meant to regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue. Maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there we need to figure out the password. If Kiriko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. Alright, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kiriko wouldn't have thought of or something she didn't want to. For example, what about your name?
What?
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name for his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kiriko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kiriko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Mikoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. Collected myself and turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed in her full name, Kiriko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... There it is. I did it! Kiriko, it worked!
why?
Why? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Happy birthday to you! Hey, Kiriko. May as well not have been in the room. Gaze was fixed only on one thing. Present? Wrapped in a cover with such joy? That's what made it so unusual. Okay, what's this? I better check out the suspicion. Oh, come on. Whatever. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm kind of getting a bad vibe. But I mean, we can't not open it.
Makoto.
Be careful, Mikoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprising, probably.
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by step, I approached the box, took a deep breath, and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kiriko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. And what was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find such bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Yeah, if you guys remember at the start of the game, we watched that scene where Monokuma sent the guy flying into the sky via a rocket. That rocket appeared at the end of the last chapter in the dump, but then the guy got turned to bones. He was the headmaster. He's in this box. Just as you thought, how could you know that? I mean, those are the bones in there, human bones. Well, it's not like it was I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing, a dead guy in a box. My father. What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones, that body, that's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kiriko's dad, the same man she's been searching for? Hey Dad, I'm severing ties and I'm also severing your body. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. Yeah, Alter Ego said the headmaster was in the school, and Monokuma also mentioned how only, and I'm gonna go with the fan translation version of this, the only living people in the school are those 16. So the headmaster was in the school, but he was dead. Alter Ego said the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game are 16. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
That most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kiriko explained, her analysis, she was completely calm. Oh, no, she wasn't calm. She was trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I had to believe that at some point, she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kiriko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut all ties, but was that all there was to it? I gave up on some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really have given up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Hidden room present. Okay, let's check everything else. This film cabinet, but I don't think Kirigi would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff. Hey. It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one starting from the top, but all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated.
Well,
It's just because he didn't know anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him more desperate. Okay. I wanted to check this, though. This picture. It's Giri. It's all faded, but must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Oh,
Why would you?
this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture of all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why, what? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time he ever stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. The headmaster's desk is probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but really don't want to touch Kyoko's dead desk.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around so much as you like.
because...
Are you sure? Never let anything get in your way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. I'll do that! Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Is this? An e-handbook, right? It has a label on it that says in case of emergencies. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what this is. I think you're probably
it would
right.
seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko,
I
don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay?
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more,
Hey,
but could you leave?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to just be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just
I need
a
to
second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory, and this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened when I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to this investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster dead. Oh, yeah, I know. Don't worry, alter ego. But we're all wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity. Oh my god, how much are you going to show me? 15 of us met in the male. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16, including me. All 6 of us are still alive. Everything else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. But there's only 9 bodies in the morgue. So the ones who are still alive are... me. Byakuya. Hagakure! Don't go for Kawa. Hina. And Kyoko. I just gave Hina a very muscular voice. Hina! Huh, yeah. Only those 6 people are alive, there's no question. Wait, no, they can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. Just has to be. Okay. Now that we've got... ID, I want to check these lockers. Because if I'm right, I should be able to get into these lockers with the emergency use, because otherwise I need the people's ID themselves, so yeah. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. This card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the lock open. After all, it's pretty similar to how the card readers in the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open these up. So does that mean... Let's just give it a try. I took my handbook and ran it across the card reader. No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can open it. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Let's give it one more try. Took the emergency handbook, ran across the card reader. Just what I was hoping for. Well, let's see what's inside. Don't see anything that might be a clue. Oh, that sucks. Took the... Looks like the locker opened. Nothing inside. Locker open. Now let's see what's got inside. This thing's practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'll take a better look. Looks like a girl's handwriting, and all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. There's a plan to turn Hope Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I tried to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, my father. Oh! He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, so keep them as our hope to the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation of a new era. This is the only hope we have, a hope that you'll be willing to go along with his plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belonged to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with it, just so happens to be the headmaster, my father. What does this all mean? Quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. What does it mean? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Okay. I took the emergency handbook and ran it across. Don't see anything. The locker is totally all disorganized. Hagakure? Whoever it belongs to probably has just organization problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball, huh? Crystal ball. No, it can't be. There's no way he would ever use his locker. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't these used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Is this some kind of textbooks and notebooks stacked up? Dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? Yasuhiro Hagakure? So the notebook was written to Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contains a large number of notes for a variety of classes. Which would mean he attended classes here. No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we're all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Interesting. But the more I see, the less that makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are these things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? Notebook that seems to be like I'm heroes. And a notebook that seems like it's belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation, but if I want to figure that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Wait, how am I hearing this? There's no TVs or stuff on the second dorm. What?
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard?
Is it over already?
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Oh.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Ha! ASA possible. What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, hey, hero. Makoto? Why do you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did exactly on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. Don't worry, just go on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Whoa! It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Host Peak at the same time, and there's Mukuro. Wait, but there's someone behind Sakura. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mukuro Kasaba. And this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture is all 15 other students, but not me. Huh, Jinko's face is covered. That's funny. It's like, get out of my way, you stupid Ishmaru. I'm sorry. No. I will not put my arm down. No way. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Psycho, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived at Hope's Peak. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got there. But if this picture's real, then could that mean... could it be? Everyone else and just me. Everyone here is except me. How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna
You're kinda get in the way standing there, you know? So I mean, get out! I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mysteries would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. That's really weird. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Isn't it meant to say rejected? I don't know. Maybe dejected is a word. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? And did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But he looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. I should clear this all up. Alright then. Where is everyone then? There's still question marks on here, so maybe we have to do stuff in here still. Maybe Hero will be in there. Yep. Hey, Hero! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, why? Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified about. Hero, what's wrong? Still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook stuff. It was like he was avoiding me, like he was afraid of me. That's weird. Where's everyone else? There is the biology lab, I do know that. The archives. Oh, Tagami's in there. Do 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 do. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait. Of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why was he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Oh, well, this sucks. Actually, maybe I should try looking at that Fenrir thing again. Maybe that works. I don't know. These are a bunch of investigation things. Okay. There's a documents about Secrets Council. I have better things to do. Okay, I can't look at it. Never mind. Okay, so... 3rd floor, 4th floor. Okay, guess I'll just go to the biolab then. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there... Whoa. Was her passed out again? Toko? Oh, she opened it. Oh my god. Who is it? Is that gonna be Mukuro? Toko, you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? Oh god. It's cold! It's super cold! It's so cold, I think I might catch a cold! If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited. No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Not bother, it's straight up horny. Whoa. Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What did you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each other time. Bingo bazinga! We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very separate. And I don't say it like it's a bad thing, it's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets stuff, I totally remember. It's like double memory. No, it's more like half. Oh, that's a... Okay, but all I want to know right now is where's my little darling? I don't know, I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it, I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things. Anyway, I'm gonna hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely it must be. She's psycho. Toko shook off her eerie laughter echoing through her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. There's no point in asking Genocider anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason. Yeah, it's because of this. The fridge is open, but I'm sure they were all shut tight last time. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko,
Makoto.
it's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you didn't. You don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about the room. Oh yeah, it's
It would seem...
a morgue. Yeah.
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seeing what was in there. And, well, you have it. You knew she'd faint?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocider Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagined she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
we should get closer up. Don't want to leave it hanging out like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kiriko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly just stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Because Mukuro's body's in here. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body's inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now, I can finally get a look at the body. Oh, that's right, Kiriko didn't get a chance to check the body.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know when I'm finished. Just wait over there. Okay, let's... 10 minutes later. Should ask Kiriko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to ask you something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier.
Whew.
You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on that offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back to this and do the same thing, but what's done is done. Standing her, looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything. Is she right? Did the mastermind forward to the pictures as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it, there's no other explanation. I should ask Kiriko about the group photo. But it won't let me.
Whew.
Okay, I'll just check the... What? He's saying I should ask her. So when something's in there, the blue light comes on. Look around. The number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights? Okay, so we finally realized. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. Can't do it right now. Can't look inside. Just talk to Kirigiri. What?
Whew. Because...
Sure, I did the mastermind for... Yeah. God, what? Just... Yeah, whatever. You know, I've seen a tarp like this somewhere before. Ah, it's the same one as I found in the garden tool shed, if I remember that tarp. And it stands to Biolab. Ah, that's the tarp we used to help camouflage. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over here.
Whew.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Okay, good. Already, jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I pay careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. So it must mean the holes. Okay. The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury. Then what would be the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time, been struck in the head with an object about as thick as metal pipe. The body was covered with old wounds, but these were at least several years old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file says they're old.
Is that right?
Where did it say that they're old?
Because...
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But these don't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
What if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
At the very
Certainly you
least...
can allow it as many of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have any supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision their possibilities without prejudice, without bias. They're using only their logic and common sense. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of their possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using to solve the particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
Hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to talk to me about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Mukura's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get that alright? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with his corpse. So then,
Indeed.
and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. That's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukura. Okay.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukura's body. Let's get going, it's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy? Part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed, she's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
Whew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we've done all we can here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. I still have one more thing I have to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now... Oh, we're finally gonna ask. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I'd have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad ever since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know, all these lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into those lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using the emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything meanwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook after looking through it. I think it must be yours.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, the only locker's owner should be able to get into it. Can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it into a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean? That video was real too? Video?
Makoto.
Makoto, I think everything's finally starting to fit together. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate these lockers. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Okay, let me give you the headmaster's handbook.
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, you said it was my locker. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it all makes sense. Urgent interviews. It says class number 78, urgent interviews. I found it in the hidden room after you left. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think means, so just watch it, you see yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why I found my why you find my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue? Okay.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's your turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In
Ramble?
other words...
As it turns out, the arrangements I'd make didn't stick. What I mean is I'm less and less sure of everything, even my feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I'm sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through that. Kyoko's I'm burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know why he suffered? It's ridiculous, there's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh, she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still so much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. This is only ever one absolute truth. Whether the truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much what I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko's gone. Better get going myself. I got that DVD. Should head to the AV room. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth, but no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, can't afford to lose. There's absolutely nothing in here, it's just a normal empty cardboard box. Oh. I never checked that before. Wow. This should be able to play the DVD. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it into the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. Then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Oh. Sayaka? Took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was a man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Oh, it isn't voice acted. You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. Made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Not that that's going to matter much, because you are going to die. As if on cue, that's when the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there, thinking about it, I noticed the sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right off the edge. Whoa! Huh? What I saw was me. Possibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
What the hell? Whoa! Okay, my keyboard just fell. I am sorry. Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but I, the I in here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Yeah, you said the same thing to, Mizuno.
Can you accept that?
Yes.
That can't be real. I said
I'm
yes?
sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From here, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Turko. Hina. Everyone. They all said they agreed to live in the school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his questions, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Of course.
Say what?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break now?
Too bad.
Now then, when does it matter? Failure can strike anywhere. That's what failure is. Failure, my ass. You cut the power. Well, whatever. Even I watched the whole thing. It'd just be more of the same. He'd asked them a question, and they all said yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. As I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point the memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I came to the school. Couldn't remember what my alternate ability was. And what made you forget all this? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seems so obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... There it is. It is time to begin the finale.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you-know-where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. Another choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. I guess I'm the first one here. You're early, Makoto.
Listen,
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
however,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. Well, I have a feeling that everyone's going to be pissed. For some reason. Byakuya! Yep. They arrived one after the other, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hero? Silence, and it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so
I'm late! A strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot my loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My
With my scissor sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shift the master of evil. But I thought you were going to kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Ugh, where am I? I've got a masculine voice now. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing out gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills!
This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow.
that's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing. If there were a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the TRIA every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair.
Today,
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of
This
my
will be
family.
over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. God damn it, they're all angry. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However,
But you know what that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say it. And then Kirika was aboard the elevator. I started making my way towards the opening, step after step towards the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself there was no fear, no mystery left. Pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs. I passed the threshold and stood into the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper still, deeper and deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper, and fell. Closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound too disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator's doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit in this one and I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Let's begin! Oh god, this is gonna be fun. Let's begin.